TV.
That's one way to describe it.
See, look, you're already off the rails. You can't even talk.
Welcome, folks, to another Friday episode of Ripping the Rack podcast.
La,
I am
la,
one of your co-hosts, Tim.
la,
With
la,
me
la.
today, on my right, is the Coastal Crusader. He's got Griffey in the background. Brian, how you doing, buddy?
Good. What's going on, Timmy? How you doing?
Dude, I love titties and kitties.
I see that. I
Who
see
doesn't?
that.
Well, I
can't
don't like
help it.
kitties, so, but that's okay.
Wait, you don't like titties?
No, I don't like kitties.
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 Well, you're wrong.
No,
And
I'm not.
of course, with me on our left, my left could be your right, up, down. Who the hell knows? He's the king of the north, Mr. Calvin Locke. How you doing, buddy?
Good evening, fellas. Oh, I'm good. Just watching some wrestling. Tim's favorite stuff. I love watching it.
As am I. I'm watching the same thing. Just
Yeah,
totally
we
like
are.
it.
We're watching the same thing. Tim loves wrestling.
I do.
His,
I like that.
his favorite topic to talk about. Tim, let's talk wrestling today.
Okay.
All right.
Dude, it's Friday. We talk whatever the hell we want to talk about.
We did a wrestling one week
We-
on Friday.
We
Did
did.
we?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep,
I
we
must
did.
have missed that one.
As you can tell, folks, we are minus a man. Mark is doing like that adult thing and actually working and making money, trying to support his family.
I can't
Apparently,
believe people pay him to do those things.
we don't pay enough on this show.
Yeah, what was that?
Mm.
We don't pay as much as his OnlyFans.
You
Apparently,
guys get paid?
yeah, I got paid.
Shit.
You guys get
Oh,
paid.
yeah.
Tim, what's the difference between a granny fetish and a necrophilia?
I don't know.
A few weeks.
Oh, my God. Oh,
Wow.
give a man a match, he'll be warm for a few hours. Set a man on fire, he'll be rolling the rest of his life.
You're right.
Jesus. Really?
Yeah.
This is what we've gone to on Fridays. Necrophilia jokes and lighting people on fire.
Oh my God.
I visited my friend at his new house. He told me to make myself at home, so I threw him out. I hate having visitors.
That's actually something, though, that Tim probably, are
Actually,
you a big
that's-
entertainer, Tim? You
Me?
like to entertain?
Oh my God, I hate having people at my house. I shouldn't say I hate it. I like having people here. But when I'm ready for them to leave, I just want them gone.
Yeah.
You know?
I
Is
usually
it
don't
like
like
that
it showing
meme
up,
where it's like,
so.
I threw a party and then the banner says, please leave by 9 p.m.?
Well, yeah. I mean, I just like to have fun. If I'm not having fun, I want people to just leave, just go. I don't know.
Yeah. See, I kind of like it being at other people's places because then I can just leave. Whereas if they're at my place, I can't just be like, get out. It's kind of rude. But
Well-
if I'm at everybody else's place, I can just go, all right, see ya, and then just walk out the door, or just not say anything and just walk out the door.
Yeah, just, all right, I'm out.
Yep. Hey, why was the leper hockey game canceled?
Leper? Is that what
Yep.
you said?
Yeah,
Were there bits and
know.
pieces everywhere?
there was a face-off in the corner.
Nice. What does
Yucky.
what does a necrophiliac get at a wedding?
What?
Morning wood.
That's so stupid.
Chris Jericho
Oh my
just lost to
God.
MJF.
No, don't be a spoiler. Come on.
I won't tell you how, though.
Well, obviously the Judas effect.
No.
CM Punk showed up. Hey, go CM Punk.
I won't ruin that.
No, I would never.
So my parents raised me as an only child, which really pissed off my brother.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, hey Brian.
Hey, what?
Hey,
What's
you know
going
Calvin is so dumb.
Oh, we're doing this again? How dumb is he?
Oh,
He's so dumb when he sits on the TV. He watches the couch.
Well, yeah, what else is he going to watch?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I know. Neither I don't know. Oh, anyway, so how's the week been, guys? What's new and exciting?
Well, God, it's only been like 2 days since I talked to you.
Not a
It's-
whole lot, Tim.
It's Friday, dude.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sorry. It's Friday. Yeah,
Yeah,
right. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Friday. You're right.
Yeah, bowling starts up in a couple of weeks. That's exciting.
Yeah, I sort of.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey, why did the mailman die?
I don't know.
Dude, everyone dies.
That was
Is that
dark.
it? Is that the best you got? Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's spitting their coffee out of these jokes.
No,
How do you get-
I don't think.
How do
I
you,
think
how do you get
everybody-
it? How do you get a nun pregnant?
You fuck her.
Damn it!
Yeah. You have sex with her? Like,
Tim,
don't
did no
know.
one ever have that conversation with you when you were younger? I mean, you
What?
have a kid. Like,
Why?
He
Why the
wasn't
monkey?
there. He
why'd
wasn't
the
there,
mon-
Brian.
Why'd the monkey fall out of the tree?
he chased a
'Cause he
banana.
jumped out.
Because he was dead.
All right.
Wow. Wow. I mean, the necrophilia jokes are bad, but this is just dark. We're just a whole bunch of death
Oh.
here.
My girlfriend. I'm sorry. This one actually just made me laugh. Oh God, I shouldn't laugh at this. My girlfriend's dog died, so I tried to cheer her up by getting her an identical one. It just made her more upset. She screamed at me and said, "What the hell am I supposed to do with 2 dead dogs?"
Oh my God.
All right. So, what are we talking about on today's Friday show?
Oh my God.
Why?
Besides from these horrible jokes.
Why are friends a lot like snow?
Because they're yellow and you pee on them?
Because if you pee on them, they disappear.
How do you get a country girl's attention? Tractor. Do you get it? A tractor?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But
Oh my God.
What do you call a pudgy psychic?
Fat.
A fortune teller.
Jesus.
oh
Oh
my
my
god.
God. So we're gonna talk. You know what? Let's talk baseball.
Base.
We're
Ball?
getting near the end of the year here.
Yeah,
So,
we're getting
playoff
into playoff
push.
races. Yeah.
Yep. So let's talk a little baseball, and not these obviously funny jokes that Brian just doesn't find us humorous.
Well, I've heard most of them.
Yeah. Brian
I've
just doesn't get it.
heard most of them.
Ah.
Of
I
course,
make
I
it
don't
up.
say I haven't read half the ones that Brian has heard me read before. So
Right.
Yeah,
So
nobody wants
after
to do
that,
those.
Tim, I don't think there's a lot that shocks me with you.
no, after that ride,
Yeah, no, between the really bad jokes and almost flipping my truck, yeah, not much shocks me anymore.
oh my God. Yeah, but you got to admit that was one of the best rides ever
In the history of Evers.
in the history of Everest. I'm sorry, but that was funny.
It was a good
We-
ride. No, it was a
that-
fun time.
That was funny.
I just wish it hadn't been what was it like negative 275 degrees that weekend
Yeah,
in
it was
Fredericton?
It was pretty cold. Yeah. You know what?
Was that the last Dave Stewart?
You know what?
No. Last Dave Stewart was at Main Street.
Oh,
yeah,
the
it was.
Velodrome.
We didn't
Yeah,
go to that
you
one.
guys didn't bowl that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what was honestly what really shocked me was I found out my toaster wasn't waterproof.
Did you find that out during a bath?
Holy
If not,
hell.
you might want to check that out.
Holy hell.
Nothing like a good, bath and some toast.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Wanna know?
okay.
Want to know why nurses like red crayons? Sometimes they have to draw blood.
So Brian,
Yeah, Tim.
so let's talk Major League Baseball.
The Red Sox suck again.
Oh,
Oh
they're the
no!
worst
Oh
right
no!
now.
We suck again.
Oh
Um,
no, we suck again.
So let me ask you this: what's been Brian? I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
What has been your biggest surprise with this season?
The Boston Red Sox. I thought they would be this bad all year, honestly. I didn't think they were going to have a good year. And the fact that they're still in the hunt for a playoff spot is mind-boggling to me. They, without Sale, and they really didn't have, that they had some talent, but the way they played last year, and with Bobby Dahlbach really not hitting the way we thought he would, yeah, he's hit some impressive home runs, but he's not been the all-around, replacement for the immaculate outfield that we had of those hitters. So, losing the three big outfielders and then coming into the season, I didn't expect much. So the Red Sox, as good as they have been my surprise for the first half or this so far.
How about you, Calvin?
Well, my surprise is obviously my Giants. Because I don't think anybody, you muted yourself, Tim? Did you know
he's
that?
eating chips.
So
I'm actually eating some oh my god!
Apparently he's not eating anything. He's choking on it.
Sweet and salty kettle corn smart food.
Oh, is that the kettle corn and cheesy ones?
Nope.
Oh, it's just the sweet and salty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your Giants?
Yeah, my Giants. I expected them to be good. I didn't expect the pitching to be as good as it is. I didn't expect them to, like I was looking at the stats. I usually follow the stats for most parts, and like they're top 5 in everything pitching, and they're like top 7 in everything hitting. So I'm just I'm generally astonished. I didn't think they'd be so good, and now that they're good, they better not disappoint me because I'll be upset.
I will agree with the Giants being surprising, and I will absolutely agree with the Red Sox being surprising. I was like Brian. I mean, look, I'm a diehard Red Sox fan, and I have been since the 70s. Yes, I know I'm old. You don't have to remind me, but
You're old.
Yeah, I am. The fact that they've played as well as they have and are still fighting for a playoff spot. Look, I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I don't.
No. But I mean, and like a month ago, they had a 9.5 game lead over the Yankees.
Yeah.
And now they're about to go a game behind in the wild card spot. So I can understand the surprise to this point, but I didn't think they'd be like I thought maybe they'd be like a 500 team, to be honest. And at about the end of the month, they probably will be a 500 team.
Well, here's the surprising. There's two that the Red Sox have actually surprised me twice this year. One is by playing as well as they have for as long as they have. Right. The second part is how they've rolled over and basically played dead since the trade deadline when they didn't do much. I mean, they got Schwarber.
It's 2012 all over again when we blew the 14-game lead in August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that same brand of it's the chicken and beer baseball. This is what the Sox do, and it just pisses me off because they get a lead and then they fucking coast, and half the time it costs them playoff spots.
And here's my problem with this team this year is, number one, I didn't expect them to be that good. Maybe a 500 team, 86 wins, 85 wins, whatever it is. Actually, no, 80 wins, 81 wins, somewhere in that range.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they played so well without their best pitcher for so long,
right,
that you kind of started to believe that, okay, this is the right mix of players.
Yeah.
But what has really pissed me off, and yesterday was a prime example of it, is Cora has gone complete analytics.
I hate the pitch count. I was going to get to this after
and the fact that you had Tanner Houck go 4 innings, throw 56 pitches in a 7-inning ball game, which, by the way, is absolutely fucking stupid.
Yeah,
that the Major League Baseball
does.
Those
are going away
games
next year, right?
I don't know.
Really? You know what? I'm okay with the 7-inning thing.
I hate it. I hate it.
It's garbage.
I'm sorry. High school plays 7 innings. Why the hell are the pros playing 7 innings? It's stupid. With that being said, I'm okay with your extra innings with a man starting on second base. I'm actually okay with it because I don't want to see a 19-inning game anymore.
Right, and nobody really does.
Right. So I'm okay with that. So anyway, you pull Tanner Houck, who is pitching very well, and after 56 pitches in the fourth inning, because while the last time they left him in, he coughed up a lead because it was their third time around. Well, you know what? The next three batters that was supposed to face him were 0-6 on the day and 0-15 lifetime against him. You want to play analytics, look at the fucking analytics.
Yeah.
Okay? If he had gone another inning or two, you could have basically gone Tanner Houck straight to Matt Barnes. Because you had a second game coming up.
Yeah.
Instead, Whitlock shit his pants. There was a reason why he was a Rule 5 draft pick, why the Yankees gave up on him.
Yeah.
He's pitched great all year, but he shit his pants. Okay? It happens. It's one game. If he does it again, then I'm going to start to get nervous. But that's whatever.
Right.
But truly, honestly, besides them and the Giants, because really no one really saw the Giants being this good.
No, I didn't think so.
I think most people had them being decent. Like they were going to be a good team.
Yeah, but not leading the division.
Not leading the division.
Not in that division when you have Slam Diego and the Dodgers and now them.
And not even just lead. Like they're up 4 games right now on the division.
Yeah.
Like 4 games up on the Dodgers, and they're like 7.5 up on or like 12 or something like that. They're like 8 or 9 up on San Diego.
They're 12 games. They're 12 games up on San Diego.
Yeah.
Do you think, just real quick, do you think San Diego should trade Machado now and get what they can for him? I don't think it's working out there.
To be honest, I don't think they can get anything for him. I think it's working. The problem I find with San Diego is that they've had a lot of problems with their pitching.
Yeah,
I know they picked Snell up and he just didn't work out.
Yeah, well, Snell's been done for a few years now. Like he hasn't been. He had a good couple of years with Tampa.
They thought in the NL East maybe a league change, a coach change.
Yeah, but he hasn't been good. Paddock's been injured. Like they need a couple all-star pitchers, and then
they should have traded. They should have traded for Scherzer at the deadline.
Yeah, but they didn't have enough to give up. They don't have.
That's the problem. They don't have the farm club.
Yeah.
Or you'd have to give up Machado at that point.
But even then,
and that's too much to give up for just Scherzer at this point.
Right, but Washington wouldn't have taken that. They don't want that. And they assume that Scherzer's probably just going to re-sign with them in the offseason anyways.
They hope.
So they gave him up for like 2 or 3 first-round picks or whatever they got for him.
It's a rental
And then
player.
they might get him back.
Yeah.
Right? And they have Soto and now Bell over there. So, they still have a solid...
I will tell you the biggest team that has surprised me out of all of them is actually the Milwaukee Brewers.
I'm hit or miss on that because they always surprise me. So I'm not even surprised anymore because they always find a way.
They have a .600 winning percentage. They're up 9 games in their division, which, let's face it, it wasn't okay. No one really thought the Cubs were going to do what they did. And then they ended up blowing it up.
Yeah.
The Cardinals are basically a 500 team. The Reds are a 500 team when everyone thought they were going to be better.
Their young talent hasn't played as well as they could, though.
And Pittsburgh's a AAA team anyway.
The Reds are getting better, and Suarez hasn't hit for shit in all year.
Yep.
So if he starts getting hot, look out for them.
Can you even what is it going to take to save Pittsburgh at this point? They were relevant for 2 years.
They need new ownership.
Nobody wants to go there.
Here's the thing. They're making money.
Yeah.
With what they have.
Yeah.
And the owners have come out and said that why would I go out and spend money when I'm making money?
Yeah.
Major League Baseball should step in.
Yeah.
And be like, here are your options.
I mean, it's a franchise for a reason. They still answer to Major League Baseball.
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, they must, because Marge shot.
Yeah.
That Major League Baseball forced her out of the ownership when she had her racial.
They said
racist.
either she sells or you're not in the league anymore.
Yeah. So,
every
I would
team
say
still answers.
I would say, the Brewers and the Braves leading their division with losing their best player for the year is pretty damn surprising as well.
Did they lose him for the year?
Oh yeah, Acuna's out for the year.
Acuna's out for the year, yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I must have missed when he went out for the year.
I forgot what it was. ACL.
A month ago, yeah, he was rounding second. He looked like he got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, sorry, I remember that. I don't remember him being out for the year, but I knew.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, they just need more pitching. I think
Yeah,
when he gets back next year,
they still have a solid lineup. Like, you got Duvall, you got Freeman, who hit for the cycle tonight. First 4 at bats, went 4 for 4, hit for the cycle.
Reigning MVP.
Yeah. And you got Darno as your catcher, who's probably one of the top hitting catchers in the league. You got Albies, who's solid. They picked up Soler at the trade deadline. Swanson's having a great year. I have him in my ball pool. He's incredible right now. He's hitting everything. So they got a good start in the lineup. Picked up Jock Peterson as their pinch hitter, probably the best pinch hitter in the game right now. I don't think you could pick anybody better.
What a great gig too, right? Yeah, you're gonna hit once a game, and that's all you're gonna do.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get a hit, or you're gonna get on base because they're probably gonna walk you. So you know what? If they had Soroka hasn't been, is he out? I don't remember if he's out too, or if he's just not performing very well.
You think anybody signs Arietta? Where he just got released?
They already did.
Yeah, San Diego. San Diego.
San Diego picked him up.
That's cool. I missed that.
And then he got injured today.
Yeah.
That's
nuts. Yeah.
His hamstring or something like that.
Getting off the plane.
Yeah. The cool thing is, I'm looking at the standings, and I'm a bit of a stats geek. Like I kind of.
Yeah, me too.
I just kind of find interesting things, that I'm not gonna say that I find whatever, but when you look at the American League East,
and
you look at the run differential. You take out Baltimore, and every single team is in the positives.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the Blue Jays, who are in 4th, have almost the highest run differential at 118. They're plus 118.
Almost the highest run differential in the league.
Yes.
In the whole entire league, they almost have the highest run differential in their.
I mean, short of the Dodgers, which they're plus 195.
Yeah.
Which is ungodly. And I didn't realize that the Dodgers were 9-1 in their last 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making a run.
Yeah, and the Giants are keeping right with them, which is incredible.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've gone up against the Pirates and the Mets and the Phillies, and then the Angels before that. So they've kind of had a pretty easy last 10 games.
So let me ask you this: as we're talking about teams and we're talking about the good teams, the bad teams, and whatever. One of the things that I like. Now, I'm not a huge soccer fan. I'll watch it. I enjoy it. I understand it. One of the things that I really like about the Premier League is the relegation. So if you're bad,
yes,
you get relegated out of the Premier League down to the next level.
Yeah.
And so on. And there's 3 different levels.
Right.
So how cool would it be if you took your top, what is there, 3 divisions in each league? So your bottom 6 teams get relegated to AAA the next year.
And then your top 6 AAA teams get brought up.
Top 6 AAA get brought up.
Yeah, but then you're going to have the Wo Sox playing the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that would be
The only
would
thing is,
I think it would be cooler to be like, okay, you're relegated to the Japanese league. Now let's bring over 6 Japanese teams.
yeah, because I think if you bring up like the triple A's,
Is it me or is
I don't
Brian
know.
frozen?
I'm
Brian's
not frozen.
Oh, am I
Oh.
frozen?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
we're
there's
just kinda-
Brian's back.
We're just kind
I'm
of
here.
lagging here. I think
Hi.
we're lagging a little.
Brian, you were stuck like this for a second.
That's just how I talk.
I like the thought of the Japanese teams, but if you look at like for that, Tim, if you brought up triple A's, then you're bringing up somebody's triple A. You know what I mean? So now you're up like
No,
you got
I
the
know.
Rays, you got the Rays against the Rays, and the Rays can't take from the Rays to get their players up if somebody gets injured. So I do like the Japanese,
Or the major league teams like, hey, you're not winning this weekend. Give me your top 2 pitchers.
right?
They get called up.
I just think
That'd be pretty-
that they need to do something to stop the teams like Pittsburgh and the Orioles from constantly sucking. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I
I know. I just, well, I mean, you got to think of like NHL. There's no
You
way.
know how
that,
you do that? Salary cap. That's
yeah,
how
but you're
you
never
do
going to
it.
have a salary cap in baseball.
That's why
The
they're going to
union-
just keep
the
being
union
bad
is
then.
the union is too strong.
Yeah.
That's why they're just
and-
going to keep being bad then. The salary cap fixes your problem, Tim.
See, I like a salary cap going both ways though. You have a floor and you have a ceiling. You can be
Yeah.
anywhere in between. So let's say they made the floor 70 grand, 70 million, and you made the ceiling 170 million.
Right.
Okay.
And that's just yearly salaries. Not
That's just-
total contracts, yearly salaries.
No, it's always yearly. Yeah.
It's all, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just, you have teams, and look, my team is the beneficiary of being a big spender.
Yeah.
But the current situation, luxury tax, all it does is help teams like Pittsburgh and those lower teams like do what they want to do. Like, oh, you're going to pay us for being bad because we don't spend money? Okay, cool. Thank you.
And that's what's
And they
that's
just
what's
pocket
happened.
it. That's what
Yeah.
Pittsburgh did all those years up until they made the playoffs. What, like 5 years ago now?
Yeah.
And they still didn't really spend any money then.
You look at, I'm looking at your top 2 from each division. You got the Rays who are low spenders, and then you got the Yankees and Red Sox right behind them who are obviously large spenders.
Yeah.
The Central has the White Sox who they're mid to high.
Yeah. They've got a lot of contracts now. Now that they're making a big push.
The West has the Astros. We know they're big spenders.
Which
They're
they're
not
in the
shy-
West.
They're
which is
not.
funny.
They're not shy
They
about
should be in
spending.
the Central.
No, but I wouldn't.
Texas and them should
see.
be in
That's
the
the thing.
Central.
I wouldn't classify the Astros as big spenders, more as giving their players big contracts, because
Kind of makes you a big spender.
I know, but let me just kind of explain. Whereas you look at like the Yankees who went out and bought Garrett Cole for whatever they spent, and the Red Sox who went out and bought Chris Sale and who bought whoever else or whatever, right? Whereas the Astros, they basically bought Greinke and Verlander, but had everybody else.
Grew all their own talent and then
Right?
paid them.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Like,
that's what the Red Sox have done for the most part lately.
Lately, yes.
lately,
Not
yes. but
back in, like-
before, it was like
Yeah.
pay a whole.
Oh, not back in
$600.
Dombrowski, who is known for blowing up teams,
Mm-hmm.
going out and getting free agents and blowing up your minor
It's
league.
the Florida Marlins late 90s model and then early 2000s. You buy a team. Like the first time they got Kevin Brown, Al Leiter, Gary Sheffield, those guys. They won a world title. They blew it up. They
Yeah.
waited a bunch of years. They reloaded with Beckett and Mike Lowell and those guys. Won a World Series. Blew it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
No, I get you there, but I don't think that's going to change. Like you had Baltimore had their kind of, they had like Pittsburgh did. They had their little flash in the pan, made the playoffs a couple times, were kind of contenders, and then now they just, who cares?
the problem is that they were in both teams, Pittsburgh and Baltimore were such proud franchises for years.
Even in the mid-'90s, Baltimore was relevant when they had
Yep.
Ripken, and they had Brady Anderson, Albert Bell for a while, Roberto Alomar. Like, that had to be a weird clubhouse. You have Cal Ripken Jr., you know, nice clean-cut American dudes. Then you got Roberto Alomar spit in the face umpires and Albert Bell forearm and second baseman in the face in the same dugout.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. Just my my 2 cents. I just find I find it very interesting.
So who do we think is going to take let's go Cy Young in the American League?
Ohtani.
You think? I think he's more. I think he's more the MVP.
I think he wins both.
If he wins both,
I think he does the Eckersley. I think he wins both.
But
there's no doubt he's the MVP. He is the most valuable player to his team in the American League.
Yes. I mean, I would say that if you think like because he's the only player on his team who actually produces, then yes, I would say he's the MVP. But if
they even relevant at all without him?
They're not relevant at all with him and Trout. So can you really give them the MVP when they're not even relevant at all anyways?
I don't see any player in the league that is more valuable to a team than Shohei Ohtani right now.
Well, that's why he's the MVP.
Brantley's without Brantley, I don't like Houston.
Brantley can't go out every fifth day and win you a game, not like
without
it. Yeah, come on.
I understand that, but then that's why I think he wins the Cy Young because there's no pitcher that is more.
I think he wins
relevant.
That's
Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole of the Yankees will challenge him for the AL Cy Young.
That's going to be a sticky race. That's
going to be a sticky race.
Fuck that. He doesn't win the Cy Young. He cheated. Next.
He is leading the league in strikeouts. He is leading the American. He is leading the American League in ERA, and he has 11 wins. Yeah, he was.
No, he was not. He was maybe back when he was cheating. Lance Lynn's been winning the ERA for the past couple weeks.
According to ESPN, as of today,
I'm looking at it right now. Lance Lynn's had the best ERA for the last couple weeks at like 2.2 something, I think.
Oh Jesus, they don't even have Lance Lynn on here.
Wow, somebody screwed up. Unless
Canadian ESPN, he's on TSN. That's the problem. He's on TSN.
It may be that. Well, I know he'd have to qualify. Lance Lynn pitches every day or every 5 days for the White Sox. He's one of their best pitchers right now.
Yeah, I know he is.
Robbie Ray is beating Garrett Cole in ERA right now. Robbie Ray for the Blue Jays is beating Garrett Cole. Did you see his?
Oh, he is. Yes, 2.88. The difference, obviously, is Garrett Cole's pitching for a team that's going to make the playoffs.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so. I think that plays a part in people's voting.
Lance Lynn's team's going to make the playoffs.
I know. I don't have Lance Lynn. He's not on the ESPN list for some reason.
Oh. So did you see?
It's all MLB. That's why it doesn't make sense.
Did you see the stats that Garrett Cole had before and after the sticky?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that where he was like 5-1 with a 1.6 ERA and like 1.04 WHIP, and then they gave the sticky allegations. He went 1-5 with like a 5 ERA.
He gave up like 15 home runs.
He was like 15 home runs. Like, oh man, yeah. I don't. But
I mean, you find it hard. It's kind of like the whole like Brady Anderson thing. Back, he hits 50 home runs in like '96, and the next year he hits 10. Like, yeah, you weren't riding it all that one year, bud.
Yeah. See, so that's why I understand that Ohtani, like, he's a different human, where the fact that he's a hitter and a pitcher at the same time, but he's not leading in ERA. Like, he has a good ERA. He doesn't have a great ERA. He's not even close in strikeouts. He's not even like top 10 or 12 even in the American League in strikeouts. He's not even top 5 or 6, 10 in wins.
You make a good point, because if Pedro back in it was 2001 or 2002, if he didn't win the AL MVP and the Cy Young that year, no one's going to do it again then.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's why I struggle to think that he's gonna do both.
I think because he's a different breed, they might give it to him.
That's kind of my thought too.
Yeah,
I think,
but I don't think he deserves it.
I think their argument's going to be, well, he's this good of a pitcher, but he plays every day.
Right, and that's the thing. He's this good, not great, but he's good. He's a good pitcher who plays every day.
And he had Tommy John.
Yeah, Tommy John, and he's hitting home run. He just hit his 40th tonight. Hit his 40th home run.
He
tonight.
went like 14 games in a row. He had a home run or something, or 12 games in a row. He had a home run or something.
That was like Votto. That was Votto.
That was Votto.
Votto had 11 in a 11 games.
I thought Ohtani had they listed his last 6 games, so he had 8 homers, but he had 20 hits or something.
The other thing that I had, so finally, I don't know what happened. I got off from the ESPN thing, and I'm on just MajorLeagueBaseball.com.
Okay.
So it's got all of them here. Looking at your pitchers for the American League, of course, Bassett's out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
After what happened, unfortunately, he broke his cheek.
But did they announce that he's out for the rest of the year?
Well,
you can still pitch with a broken cheek. Just put a mask on.
He's having surgery tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think he's out for at least 6 weeks.
Okay.
Have him pitch behind an L screen. You hit the L screen, you're out.
Yeah. That was funny.
That's how they do it in senior slow pitch softball. If you hit the screen, you're out. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So Lance Lynn obviously is going to be he's going to be a contender for the Cy Young, just because he's far and away the ERA leader.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
he's a
year
full
over to the White Sox,
and the White Sox are really a solid team.
Oh, they are.
I don't think.
To be honest, I think the White Sox win the American League. I think they're going to the World Series. I think they're the best up and down team.
I think Houston is, unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say that.
But their pitching isn't great. They don't without. I mean, Greinke's still all right, but he's not what he was, Greinke. And they got no Verlander, so that's it. They got Greinke. I just don't think they're, and I guess McCullers is having a great year, and he's always usually pretty solid. But they're not. They don't have a third pitcher for that third crucial game, right?
Garcia. He's 9-6. He's 9-6 with a 3.3 ERA.
I know, but it just
I'm gonna piss a lot of people off, but I think the World Series is going to be the Dodgers and the Yankees.
God, I hope not.
The Yankees they're playing really well right now.
If Judge and Stanton wake up, as much as I hate to say it, it doesn't matter how many home runs Garrett Cole gives up in one game, because those two guys are going to probably hit in the playoffs, they're going to hit 25 home runs between them.
They don't even have Shohei Ohtani as a pitcher on these stats.
Oh, no?
No.
Well, I mean, he's a he's an everyday guy, so I don't know why they would.
He's 8 I flipped over to the Angels. He's 8-1 with a 2.79 ERA.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But when I go to actually,
oh my God! Oh,
he doesn't show up. So anyway, so
the White Sox and the Athletics, and Buddy just went for a catch in the outfield. And he wiped out. He was going backwards and wiped out. That's gonna be on a bloopers.
Oh yeah, that'll be on Fridays. Not
so. This is where Chapman blows the 5-2 lead for the.
No. The Red Sox aren't that good.
No.
All right, we just need Millar to draw a walk.
Yeah.
And then
All right. So, Calvin, who did you say was your American League Cy Young?
Oh, Cy Young. To be honest, I have no idea. Like, I don't know that I could put a pitcher.
So why the hell did you
But-
bring it up?
maybe Lance Lynn.
To ask questions. I think, like I did say, I think that they're going to give it to Ohtani, just because how can you not give it to a everyday player who is still pitching? You know, he's obviously 8-1, and you said with like a 2 point something ERA. I guess I missed that because I thought he was
2.79.
Like, is it 2.79?
Yeah,
I thought
2.79.
I thought he was 3 something, but it must be because of that. But anyways, like, how can you not give it to him, right? He's an everyday player who's pitching.
How about National League?
Who was that? Bueller.
Yeah, that's who I was gonna say.
The only one I think that might give him a run is Zach Wheeler, who's pitching incredible lately.
What about
for the
Guzman
Phillies.
from San Francisco?
I would love it if they would, but his ERA is not great.
It's 2.40.
Yeah, that's not great for the National League. There's like 5 guys ahead of him. 3 of them are in the 3 of them play for Milwaukee, which is incredible.
Oh yeah, I forgot Corbin Burns.
Yeah,
Oopsie.
Corbin Burns, who's almost a strikeout leader, the first guy in 40 years to have 10 strikeouts in a row.
Wow.
He might get it over Bueller. He might.
Bueller. Bueller.
All right, who is your let's say your hitting champ?
What do you mean, like RBIs?
Average.
Or are you hitting like average
Average.
in both leagues?
Nope. American League.
American League. It's got to be Brantley. Like, the guy's just solid. He's hitting 330, 340. He's getting them on base for the rest of
I'm
the
trying to
lineup
think
knock
of
them in.
anybody else I'd pick other than him.
Well, I'm looking at your batting leader is a guy that has your average. Your highest average is your batting champ.
Right.
And that's Brantley at 325 with I can never pronounce his first name. Hernandez from Toronto at
Teoscar.
317. Huh?
Teoscar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Cedric Mullins is 315.
Yeah. So and really, if Teoscar has another good month like he has been he's batting 500 this month. He's got 7 home runs, I think he had another one tonight or today, I guess. He could, yeah. And to be honest, he might. And yeah, he had another home run. Hit his 22nd home run, and you never know. So if he has another month like he has, he might take it over, but I can't see anybody passing Brantley. Brantley would be my leader
I
there.
agree.
Okay. Who's your home run leader? Who's at the end of the year?
Ohtani.
Sheo.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Ohtani for sure.
I'll tell you who I want to see win comeback player of the year in the NL is Daniel Bard. That dude's put in some work to get back.
Yeah. But he plays for the Rockies, so how can you?
And Tatis will be your home run leader for the National League.
Oh yeah, to be honest, I think Tatis is your MVP in the National League.
I agree.
You think so?
Like the guy, did you see him come back from the injury? So he goes 8 days, comes back for an injury, hits a home run. 8 days, comes back from an injury, hits a home run. 11 days, comes back from an injury, hits 2 home runs. He hurts his shoulder, comes back, hits a home run. Hurts his shoulder, comes back, hits a home run. I just think he's your MVP.
If he could learn how to play within himself and not get himself hurt all the time, holy shit.
Well, it's because he wants to make every play.
He has the play of the year, in my opinion.
Everything.
That jumping catch he had where he literally pretty much jumped over a human being, that is the play of the year.
Oh, man.
So who is so do we all agree that Ohtani is probably your AL MVP?
Yes.
Okay. Who's your? Do we all agree that Tatis is probably the NL MVP?
I would put it unless somebody goes nuts.
Him or
In the
Mookie
next-
Betts, maybe.
No.
But Mookie
No.
Betts has been injured.
Mookie's only batting like 270.
Yeah, but you know how
260.
people usually pick their MVP based on the last month and a half of the season, anyways, and who makes the playoffs and who.
Right.
It's always who's fresh in your mind come playoff time.
Yeah,
Which is what I think. If somebody has a good last month and a bit in September, and they make a big push, like maybe you give them the MVP. But I think Tatis is your MVP in the National League. I don't know anybody in the National League who stands out more than Tatis.
That National League is gonna have one hell of a wild card playing game, huh?
Holy crap, man! I don't even know.
Because
it could be the Dodgers and the Padres as a National League wild card game.
Yeah, to get in.
Freaking imagine one game for those two teams to get into the playoffs.
That's just.
And I mean, even you look at the American League, it could be the Athletics and the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's two lineups that are unreal right now. And I mean, what do you even do? Like those are two insane wild cards.
Absolutely. It's the wild cards are like playoff baseball's my second favorite playoffs to watch. Hockey playoff is my first.
Yeah,
I just love hockey playoff.
There is nothing better than hockey playoffs.
Oh, there isn't. I don't think there is at all.
A close second is when you sit down, and especially the first couple games of baseball playoffs. That first round where you sit down in the afternoon and it's just straight like 3:30 is a baseball game, 6 o'clock is a baseball game, 9 o'clock.
I love it. Oh, I love it. That's why I kind of like the first round of hockey because it's like you get home and there's a game on at 7 or 8. Then you go to the next game at 11. And you're like, there's two games going on at the same time. So you're flipping every intermission. You're going back and forth.
And to me, basketball's fine, but the NBA Finals is really the only part of the playoffs I need to watch.
Yeah, like it's just not because it's mostly. I think
the same matchups you see all the time.
Yeah, and it's mostly blowouts. Like everybody's getting swept or everybody's like. I think I watched 3 games of the NBA, and that would have been the 2 or 3 game 7s that there were.
Yeah, game 7s are different. Any game 7 and anything you want to watch. But I just think it's a different feel for baseball playoffs. I don't know if it's because of it's outdoors and it's cold. Like it's just October baseball is different. It's a different feeling when you watch it. It's have either of you guys been to a playoff game?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I was watching. So I get the Red Sox Yankees on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chapman in the 9th gets 2 outs. There's now 2 runners on. They just pulled Chapman.
That's
with
funny.
a 3-run lead.
That's funny. I would have probably pulled him too.
Wow.
What if he's hurt?
No, he's been blowing leads for them all year.
Wow. So we're kind of running over here. So let's give me your prediction for World Series teams and World Series winner. Calvin, I'll start with you.
I'd love to think my Giants would be there, but I just don't. I don't know that they can. They've been playing. I mean, God, they've been beating everybody. So if they can get past the Dodgers and or the Padres, which they will probably face them in the first round if they continue to keep playing like this, because they'll be the top team and they'll have to play the wild card team.
Yeah.
So if they can get past them, the Mets and Milwaukee aren't going to beat them. So I'd say the Giants and the White Sox. But whoever wins that wild card versus first place team, because I think unless Milwaukee really goes nuts in the last bit of the month and they take first place, it's going to be those two teams that face each other, and the winner of that series will go on to the World Series in the National League. But I think the White Sox will be the team in the American League.
Brian?
I'm going with the Dodgers and the Yankees, and I think the Dodgers repeat.
Okay. I am going with the Dodgers. I think that picking up Scherzer, and the fact is they're playing better.
And Pujols. They picked up Pujols. He gets to pinch hit. All you got to do is hit the ball really far. He's got to swing one time a game. I'd rather have a one swing Albert Pujols than anybody else saying to pinch hit.
I think the way they're playing, I think it's going to come down to the San Francisco and Dodgers in the NL. I do. I think that's who it's going to come down to because I don't think the Dodgers are going to catch San Francisco. I think San Francisco is going to win the division, which means your Dodgers are playing a wild card game.
Yeah.
And I just think that they are geared more for the playoffs. They won last year. I'm going to go.
They're not healthy.
Got a month and a half. We got a month and a half for them to get healthy.
I know. But if they don't get healthy, it's
that's different, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go
Dodgers. Get healthy, but they lost enough games before they got healthy. It don't matter either.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And honestly, as much as the Yankees scare me, they don't because they don't have the overall pitching that they used to have.
Right.
I think the White Sox are the team to beat. I think it comes down to Houston and the White Sox, and I'm going to go with the White Sox, and I'm going to say White Sox win the World Series.
Interesting.
Yeah. Only because I just don't want to see the Dodgers repeat. As much as I'd like to see Betts get another one, I just he's still one of my favorite players.
3. You imagine that he'd already have 3 before he was 30.
My dream playoff World Series is the Dodgers versus Houston.
Oh my god!
I want to see Joe Kelly throwing it everybody.
God, that would be.
Imagine the crowd.
That would be awesome.
You know what the Dodgers should do though? Your game one starter, Joe Kelly. He just comes out the first he's just out there.
That would be awesome.
But he'd be depending on how the last month the first game would be in Houston.
Oh yeah.
Because didn't they even so doesn't it doesn't matter because didn't Houston win? Did they still do that for the
All-Star game?
I don't think so. I forget
now. It's the best record, I believe.
Best record,
better record is your home team.
I thought they still had the. But anyway.
No, they got rid of that. The All-Star game means shit again.
Yeah.
Till they tie.
Yeah.
So
they tie. Yeah.
To our 3 listeners that are still listening, want to remind people, you still have time to get your video entries in to the roast. That is coming up. Easiest way is to use Google Drive. And I'm sorry, the Red Sox
sucks. They blew
and they lost.
Yeah.
So use Google Drive so you make your video, download Google Drive, which is free, and share it to Marky Pins, MAHKYPINZ @gmail.com. You still have time. You've got a couple of weeks before the roast of myself, and feel free to roast these guys. As a reminder that Marky always does, but without him being here, I will give you the reminder. There is an art to the roast. It is not just shit on us for the sake of shitting on us. We do that enough to each other.
Yeah.
There's an art to it. If you don't know how to do it or whatever, I would highly recommend you go on YouTube, watch some of your classic Friars Club roasts, your Dean Martin roast, things like that, or go on YouTube and watch the roast of Charlie Sheen, or
just watch the highlights of people roasting Ann Coulter and other people's roasts.
Oh my god, the roast
that's
of Ann
brutal.
Coulter. Holy.
That's how you don't do a roast. Those
Yeah.
are straight up mean.
Because
That's just
to be honest,
straight up.
to be honest, I think they legit hated her, and they
I think so.
every
Oh
bit of
yeah.
it.
Oh,
They all meant every
absolutely.
bit of that.
Yeah. Wait, are they going to call him safe? Can't tell. Anyway, again, please get your questions, comments, concerns, and don't forget, folks, you can get your questions. Give us questions for Friday. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Anything other than Candlepin Bowling that we address on Tuesdays.
Mhm.
Get us your questions. You want some advice on some things? Hell, we'll give you advice. Might be shitty advice, but we'll give you advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it fun. Let's have fun with this. We try to have fun on Fridays.
Make up some hypothetical situations and ask us for advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Hypothetical, you're running naked down the road with the cops chasing after you. What do? Not that I would ever know what that was
Stop,
like.
drop, and roll.
Definitely
Oh,
stop,
no,
drop,
that's
and roll.
wrong, isn't it? Shit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Officer, I thought I was on fire.
I was on fire. Help me, Tom Cruise.
Help me out for Winifred.
Um,
Use your witchcraft on me.
So again, get your questions, comments, concerns into rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter, as well as Instagram at Ripping the Rack Podcast. As much as I'd love to be on OnlyFans, I'm cheap and don't want to pay for it, so we're not on OnlyFans. Brian, where else can they hear us?
Well, Tim, they can listen to us on their favorite podcast platforms such as Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and wherever else you consume your podcast medias.
Wow. That was very melodic.
Oh, my
Thank you.
God.
Very melodic.
My ears just had an orgasm.
Don't forget, you can see Brian and Marky on Sunday evenings, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock Mountain Time, on Johnny Death Drop. That is actually on twitch.tv/Johnny Death Drop. The Dudes and Belts Chatcast. These guys talk Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling. They have a great time with it. It's a lot of fun. If you're not a fan or you don't know much about Rocky Mountain, I will tell you, I knew nothing about them until I started listening to these guys and watching some of their stuff. They're really good. They are really good at what they do. They have fun with it, and they entertain. And I think that's what everyone's looking for when it comes to wrestling. They want to be entertained. So, check these guys out. And then again, you got us on Tuesday mornings where we're going to talk. Candlepin. We are lining up a special guest for this Tuesday. No spoilers yet because it's not set in stone, even though we're getting close to having that set
But
in
you're
stone.
not going to want to miss it.
No. Should be a good one. Thank you, guys. Have a great one. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Be safe. Have fun.